السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله واحد القهار عزيز الغفار مقوي الليل على النهار تذكرة للقلوب والأبصار ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وحبيبه وخليله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن كنتم تحبون الله فاتبعوني يحببكم الله يغفر. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا تقوم الساعة حتى يقال في الأرض الله الله أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. Alhamdulillah, it's a great blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given us the opportunity to come for Salatul Jummah. Comes in a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, narrated by Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala an, that the person who comes for Salatul Jummah and he comes very early to the for khutbah, and he prepares, he takes proper bath, he put proper clothes on, and he prepares for Jummah, and he comes very early for Salatul Jummah, and he sits very near to the Imam and listens to the ceremony very attentively. And it says that he gets a reward of performing 1 year salah at night and 1 year fasting. And that's the reward a person gets just for coming for Salatul Jummah, and that's a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given us. And in another hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, more or less, that this day of Friday was given to other nations as well. This day of Friday was given to other nations as well, but it was given to the Jews, it was given to the Christians, but they have rejected and they have taken some other day instead of this day. And this day was saved for my ummah, for my people, for my nation. And it says that they have taken Christian have taken Saturday as their virtuous day, and Jews, they have taken Sunday as their virtuous day instead of Friday. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has saved this day for us. And it says that on this day the entire creation is in the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is in the reverence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is afraid of this day. It's because and it goes on into the hadith, says that but the insan is in ghafla, is unaware of this day, the bounties of this day and the fear of this day, the awe of this day. The insan and jinn is unaware, and his ghafla, he's neglectful of this day. And the reason the entire creation is in fear is because on this day the Qiyamah will take place. On this day the Qiyamah will take place, and the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take place on this day. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala given us this opportunity to come for Salatul Jummah and to perform Salatul Jummah. And when Sahaba Ajmain were used to, when they were asked that when any deed they would do or anything they would go in path of Allah or something, they would say that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the ability. It's not our own ability that we are here. So it's a bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He has given us. And the reason we have value for this day is because we have accepted Iman. And Iman comes through Hidayah, comes from guidance. And what is guidance? He said if the guidance does not exist, the survival and the existence of this universe do not exist as well. And once Hidayah is removed from this universe, when Hidayah is removed from this universe, the destruction will fall upon to this world and upon us. And for this reason, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "La taqumu as-sa'atu hatta yuqalu Allah Allah." That the Qiyamah will not occur if there is no one to say even to utter the name of Allah Allah on this earth. And that's how we know that the value of Hidayah. Just like a person, if you take out the heart of a person, he's not living. So Hidayah is like the heart of this universe, is the heart of this world. And that's the reason we constantly making dua, we constantly asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in 5 times in our prayers. In every salah, we are constantly asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us to the right path. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, constant repetition of what to keep us for survival. to keep us existence in this universe. Just so if that thing is if is removed, then the destruction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will fall and the qiyamah will occur. And if there's no one to say, even to utter the name of Allah, not asking for his salah, not asking for his zakat, that he's performing his salah or he's performing his zakat, he's performing his fasting, but just to utter the name of Allah, just to have even that, to have iman or to have guidance, even to just to say the name of Allah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will keep this universe. Once there's no one to say, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls qiyamah and would question us in his court, that I have given you one responsibility, I have given you this responsibility, so why you have not fulfilled this responsibility? And a person might question that, okay, what is hidayah is guidance to a path. No, someone asks you, if someone asks me a direction to my house, and I could tell him, okay, take left, take right, and you get to my house. This way that's also guiding a person. And there's the other way of guidance. There's that I tell him, hey, listen, I'm going to my house, follow me, and I'll take you with me, right? So now, what is successful? What is guidance for us? You know, what is guidance for us if so much emphasis put on hidayah, on guidance? So what is guidance? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is answering it the same after in Surah Al-Fatiha. Once we recognize the bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, once we recognize the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we say Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, that all praise be to Him, all praise be to Allah Rabbil Alameen, the Lord of the universe. And then we recognize His quality, we recognize His bounties upon us, that He's merciful, and He has given us everything. And then we give Him the title of ownership of us and everyone. Once we recognize that, once we understand, then we're saying Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, that you're the one that could guide us to the right path. And then the next ayat that we're saying, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us which path you're going to be guided. Ihdina Sirat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim, of those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have favored upon. Mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have favored upon. Mean the path of Anbiya alayhim wassalam. Mean the path of the prophets. And then after them, those who have followed their ways of their path, and those who have followed their path. And the person might question that was the time of Rasulullah and the Sahaba. That was the only thing that we know of. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have promised the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue. The Quran will continue is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why you see this there's so many incidents that I mentioned, that how much passion the muhaddiseen have narrated the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and how much they have taken care of the treasure of Quran and treasure of hadith. It says about one muhaddith that he used to collect the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, and that was his passion. And one time he heard that this one muhaddith in a certain town, he has this certain hadith. So he decided to travel. And he was just like if someone tells you, hey, listen, there's a deal in a certain store or Dunkin' Donuts or something. Myself, I would go right away. That if I have some passion for it, if I want to get something, I would go right away. So he had passion for hadith so much that he didn't prepare that, okay, even if I have to go somewhere, I prepare. I have enough money, I have enough, equipment with me to get to that place or something. But he was so excited, he started traveling. He heard a caravan, that this caravan is going. He joined them and he said, I want to go and get this hadith. And while he starts traveling, that he finds this cold weather, there's mountains of snow. He did not stop his journey, he continued his journey because of the passion that he had to collect the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. They said that he kept walking into the snow mountains, and he said to a point that one of his leg froze. when his leg froze, as we know as frostbite, it froze to the extent that it cracked. And he continued his journey, and he got to the town and to receive the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. That's how much passion. And then he started teaching in that town, and he came back and started teaching. And nowadays we know, and so many collection of hadiths came from him as well. So that's how much passion they had for the words of the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so much protection they have given. It says by Imam Malik rahimahullah that one time he was giving the dars of hadith in Masjid al-Nabawi, and while he was giving dars, his face would change, and he would stop, he would pause, and he would continue, and it kept happening to him. So as soon as he finished his dars, he told one of his students, as soon as he finished his lesson, he told one of his students that, check, something is in my back. So he lifted up the shirt, and he saw 17 sting of a scorpion. So the student, ya Ustad, you could have told us before when you felt the first sting. And he said that I felt disrespect, that I'm giving the dars of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I'm preaching the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to bring my knees in between the dars of the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he said that when he would come to give the dars, that he would make such preparation as if he's going to a wedding. He would take a proper bath, and he would put new clothes on. He would put perfume and itar on upon himself. Then he would come and give the dars of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So much care and so much passion that they have took care of the word of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it says Imam Bukhari rahimahullah, said by Imam Bukhari rahimahullah, more or less, that one time he heard that this certain muhaddis has this hadith. So he went to search for this muhaddis, and he found him in his farm, and he was giving food to he was basically giving some treats to his mule or his donkey, and reason he was giving treats, he was keep tricking him into a barn. So when he saw this situation of muhaddis trying to trick his donkey into a barn, it was something small. If it happens to me or you, that we would consider this something small. Yeah, he wants his animal inside his barn, so he's trying to pull him into it. And when he saw this, he said, I'm not taking hadith from him. So the people asked, why didn't you not take hadith from him? He said that he's tricking a creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I fear that he could trick in the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's so much care they have given to the words of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and so much, and he memorized thousands of hadiths, 5,000 hadiths, that he was put onto a test. That scholars were sitting in front of him, and they were throwing at him. They were mixing up the hadith, the narration of the hadith. There's narrators, and then there's a wording of a hadith, and they were mixing it up. There's some narrator they were put into a different hadith, but he would fix them up, and he said, this hadith you have said wrong. The narration of this hadith goes to this hadith, and the wording of this hadith goes to this narration. And he said all those hadiths. They said about 5,000 hadiths. He stood and he just said front of those scholars at his time. So that's how much care they have taken. That's how much seriousness they have taken the words of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, with so much passion they have taken. And if you look into the life of Sahaba Ajmain, that how much love they have just for the word of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So much love they have just for the word of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his action, his attribute, every single aspect. And that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. Ihdina siratal ladina an'amta alayhim. Those people that you have favored. And with this care till this day, from heart to heart, mouth to mouth, heart to heart, the knowledge till this day, it's happening. If you go and search, the scholars, they're still protecting the hadith of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and still protecting the Quran. 1,000 students are memorizing the Quran and memorizing a narration of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that guide us towards who? Of these people, that they're protecting the words of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the question might come that, okay, I understand this is the way of guidance, and this chain is still going on till this day. What is the cause of a person, of a society, or an individual, or anyone? What is his downfall? What makes him away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? What makes him away from Sirat al-Ladin an'amta alayhim, the people of guidance? What is the cause of this? And the cause of this, there's a surah in Surah Al-Adiyat, and I have mentioned it many times before. In Al-Adiyat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining the reason why does this happen. Let me just put this scenario easy. If a person is in a relationship, is as a partner in business, or friend, or spouse, any relation as person, or as a friend, or any relation he's in, and once he sees a distance from his partner, he gets worried. It's a human nature. What's going on? That you're not talking to me right, you're not answering me, you're not replying to my calls. Like, what's going on? You're not replying to my texts. What happened? What is the problem? Yeah, that's human nature. We would ask. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing in the surah. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing in the surah. But what's amazing in the surah, that he's complaining. He's not complaining. He's giving out his favors. He's showing his favor, and he's showing his loyalty. Maybe a partner who's worried about the relationship, he's showing all his loyalty. He's doing everything to keep the relation together. But the other party is not reciprocating with this person. So, and a time would come that he would get frustrated, that I have given you everything, I'm doing everything, I'm coming to, I'm replying every single thing, I'm trying everything, I'm giving you gifts, I'm trying to bring this relationship together, but you're still not reciprocating with me. Right? There'll be a nation. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, but he's mentioning and he's attacking. And he's attacking in the sense, and I'll tell you how it's happening, that let's put this, that nowadays we see films, shows, trailers, right? And when we see a trailer of a certain movie or something, we get excited. Whoa, this is amazing, that I need to see this, or something like that. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing with for the Arab at that time, because for the Arab. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is creating a scenario, is creating a script in the starting of the surah, just to excite the people, to excite the people. That he's talking about in horse, because the Arabs, they were warmongers. They used to love fighting. They used to love battling. And nowadays we also have certain people that love these type of actions, and they will love going in battles, and they would march their horse in battles, and that was their most exciting things. Just nowadays, now we have films, we have some passion for something, video games you could say, or some films or something. Person will see and he gets excited to see a certain show or certain film that he wants to. So seeing where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is exciting them, and sometime a film is informative, that it gives us a lesson or something. So seeing in this surah, that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is doing. He said, وَالْعَادِيَاتِ ضَبْحًا. He said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears by the horse. He takes oath by the horse, running horses. They are panting, they are breathing, they're running and they're panting, they're breathing. And when the Arabs heard this, they became excited. Okay, then like, what's next? And وَالْعَادِيَاتِ ضَبْحًا فَالْمُورِيَاتِ قَدْحًا. And then what's happening while they're panting, when they're running, their hooves hooves are striking onto the ground, and it's creating sparks. It's creating fire and sparks. And they're like, what's next? You know, what's next? What's happening next? وَالْعَادِيَاتِ ضَبْحًا فَالْمُورِيَاتِ قَدْحًا فَالْمُغِيرَاتِ صُبْحًا. And right in the morning, they're attacking. Because that was their passion. They would attack tribes. They would attack nations right in the morning. And these horses are marching. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by this. And they're marching and they're attacking and they're invading right in the morning. فَأَثَرْنَ بِهِ نَقَعًا. And then what's happening? While they're attacking in the morning, there's a dust of smoke everywhere. There's dust of smoke from running, and there's fog in there. When the horse runs, the smoke flies up, and they said that, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing by the dust as well. And then once this happened, and they said, فَوَسَطْنَ بِهِ جَمْعًا. And this is the final. They said they jump into the midst of the army. And that just excited the Arabs. That just excited the people who they loved, you know, fighting. They were warmongers. So when this happened, they were excited. As soon as this happened, just like I mentioned about a relationship, a person, he's saying that I did this, I gave you this, and right away Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He's bringing down their mood to a level which they can't even imagine. He said, Jose Jama, Innal insana li rabbihi lakanud. But indeed, insan is unaware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is neglecting his Rabb, neglecting his Lord. And when he said this, the Arab, it was a shocking moment for them. What happened here? All of a sudden, we were talking about war. We were talking about, you know, a battle. We were talking about, you know, the trailer was so nice. And all of a sudden, it was just the ending was just, you know, became emotional and sad. And he said, indeed, insan is very unaware and very disloyal to his Rabb. Now, while Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that he's neglectful and of his Lord, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what's happening with the horse? Horse is his pet. He's using it for war. What does he do to his horse? What he have given him? Did he give him $1 million? Or did he give him, you know, a 5-star meal? Did he took care of him from birth? Did he put clothes on him? Nothing. He did not do anything for this horse. All he did was give him water and grass. All he did just give him water and grass, and that wasn't even a quality water. It wasn't you know, it wasn't Fiji water or anything. It was just normal water he gave him, and he gave him grass, and the horse is ready to give his entire life for this individual, for his master. And he's showing this. He takes such a small example of a horse that he's ready to give his entire life. He's ready to give his entire loyalty to his master. He's ready to jump into the midst of the army while he knows that he's going to get hurt, while he knows that he's going to get attacked, while he knows that he's going to die. But he's ready to do it for his master. But what the master have done for this horse? Nothing. All he gave him water and some grass. That's about it. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, that insan is neglectful, he's not loyal to his Rabb, he's disloyal to his Rabb. Just like mention of in Revelation, we should ponder upon this. That if someone is not loyal to us in any as a business partner or spouse or any way, or as a friend, how down we feel and how sad we feel. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying. That insan, that's what insan is doing to me. That's what insan is doing to his Rabb. That he's neglectful. He's being disloyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That He has given us every single thing. He has given us intellect. He has given us understanding. He has given us power over the entire creation. You know, He has given us every single thing from the time of from childhood to from teenage to adult. He's always providing. He's always giving us, but we are running away. He said, now we understand. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells the reason why this person is disloyal. Tells a person why this person is disloyal. A person in relation, because I'm not attractive to you anymore, or maybe you don't like me as a business partner or something, or you don't like me or this or that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no, the reason is Because he's what? Innal insana li rabbihi lakanut. Because he has immense love for this dunya. That he has immense love for this dunya. That he indulged himself that this is dunya is for him. You know, he's running after dunya, and he's forgetting his real mission. In the hadith of the Prophet said, "Dunya khuliqat lakum wa antum khuliqtum lil akhirah." The dunya is created for you. You will get this dunya, and akhirah is made for akhirah is made for you. So prepare yourself for akhirah. Get ready for yourself in akhirah. It's a dunya is of four things. The scholars they say it's of four things. It's food, shelter, partner, and so there's four things. So it says a Nabi he also wears clothes. You know, he also has partner. He also has has a house. And that's what dunya is. If as a child, he also needs clothes. If an adult, he also needs clothes. A kafir, he also needs clothes. A mu'min, he also needs clothes, and he also needs shelter. He also needs a partner. You know, a child, he needs a mother as a partner. And teen, he needs as a teenage, he needs his friend as his partners. And you know, so that's what dunya is. This is not our purpose. This is not our purpose. You know, so that that we live so we can put clothes on ourselves. That wasn't our purpose. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in that surah, that He has immense love for this thing that He would already get. A thief, he would also get. All he's doing that he wants all these three things. He wants all these things. He wants clothes. He wants shelter, and he wants partner. And a person who's working hard, he's also running after these things. So now, where's the difference? Now, where's the difference? That's what the difference Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned. Surah Fatiha, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, the path of righteousness, path of righteousness. Path of who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have favored and have guided. So that is your main purpose. That is and after that, when he said that the insan is in immense in love for this dunya, and then it goes on, it says that he's aware, he sees these examples in front of him. He sees this animal showing so much loyalty to his master. You know, nowadays we also see we probably have pets in our house. And we see how much love they show to us, and we don't give them food on the table or something, or put clothes on them or anything. All we do is just provide some food for them. That's all. And they're showing every loyalty to us. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that He's looking at this, and He knows, and He's aware of this. He's aware of the attribute of the horse. So and then He said, but remember, and then towards the end of the surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that does He not know that one day He would die? Does He not know that one day He would die? A poet, he said, Al-mawtu kasun kullu nasu sharibuhu wal-qabru darun kullu nasu sakinuhu. He said that death is a glass of water. Everyone has to drink a glass of water. No one can survive without water. He said glass of water, and he said death is like a glass of water, and everyone is going to drink it. You're aware of it, you're not aware of it, it's going to approach you. You cannot deny it. And it said wal qabru darun kullu nasu sakinuhu. And he says a qabr is a place of reside. It's a house. It's a home for every person. Rather he wants to live in it, he will live in it. Rather he denies it, he's aware of it, he's not aware of it, he will live in it. A rich person or a poor person, it doesn't matter who you are. You have to live in qabr one day. And he said, does he not know that one day he will be descend into a qabr, and whatever is in his heart would speak. Whatever in his heart, whatever in his mind will speak out. That's in Qiyamah, that even the animal that did injustice to the other animal will speak out. And he said the person's mouth will be sealed. His mouth will be sealed, and the body parts will speak. In Surah Yasin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says his body parts will speak. His hand will speak. His feet will speak. His eyes will speak. And the person will be shocked. And he's like, I did this for you. I did this certain action just for you, for your pleasure. So how come you're a witness against me? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that then, it said the mouth will be sealed. That's what in Surah Al-Adiyah towards the end. Whatever is in the heart will come out. Whatever you hide in the heart, whatever action you have done, it would come out. And it will be aware to the, if you did unjust in it, hiddenly or openly, it will come out in the day of judgment. And that's how the surah ends. And then in Surah Al-Asr, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a solution. That as we know that we have lost everything, every insan is towards loss and is being disloyal to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but only those, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those who are doing righteous, those who are doing the acts of righteous, those who are connecting themselves with a'mal, and وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. And not just that, he's just doing righteous, he's just doing the good, he's coming to the masjid, praying his salah, and doing his part. Ramadan comes, he performs his fast. When zakat time comes, gives his zakat. When hajj comes, gives his zakat, does his hajj. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't stop there. He said, وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ. But he's also inviting people towards the truth. He's also inviting them to come towards the truth, to come to the masjid, to act upon to the right acts. And he said once a person does that, he does amal salih. He starts inviting people towards amal salih. A lot of time, elder as youngsters, our parents are telling you, come to the masjid, go to the masjid, pray, or this and that. We get annoyed, but that's the second part. And then he said that when a person comes into the fold of hidayah, fold of guidance, and he's doing amal salih, he's calling towards people, and they say then they tell them, have sabr, have patience, because in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, when Sahabi comes and he sees the condition of Nabi ﷺ, that he haven't ate for 3 days, and he sees his face is pale and he's hungry. And he goes and he starts working in the market, and he earns some money and he buys some dates for Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He comes, just so much love the Sahaba had for Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Just imagine you come home and there's no food and your father is hungry. Someone you love and they're hungry, and you'll be like, oh, what's going on? Let's go eat or something. So we will have same passion they have for Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam would not eat for 3 days, 6 days. That was a normal routine of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he sees and he said that, and Ka'b radiallahu anhu, his name is Ka'b, and he comes and he goes and he earns some dates and he brings it to Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw this, he became excited, and he said, and he still has the worried face, and he's teaching a lesson. And it was the beauty of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam that in any situation, any critical situation, or any happiness or something, any situation, he will always remind them of akhirah, will always remind them of hereafter. And when he sees and he says, Ya Ka'ab, he said, do you really love me, that you bring this day for me, bring some food for me? He said, of course, Ya Rasulullah, I love you. Of course, I have immense love for you. He said, you sure whatever you're claiming, is that true? He said, for doubt, of course, Ya Rasulullah. And he said, he repeated 4 times. And then after the 4th time, Rasulullah said, remember, once you claim your love for me, once you claim your love for Allah and Rasul, remember that the calamity will fall upon you as water rolls down from a hill, from a slope. That's how calamities will fall upon you. And prepare yourself for that. And say, when that comes, have sabr. So that's when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that once you're doing all this, calamities will fall upon us. We'll be called names. We'll be titled in a certain way. And this person is this person is that. But remember, have sabr, and everything put on and rely on the promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah give us the full understanding of Deen, and give us the full understanding of Hidayah, and give us Hidayah in our life and the generation coming after. So this Jummah was sponsored by Hafiz Chaudhry. So Jazakallah for sponsoring this Jummah for our Raham TV. So those who want to want to benefit from it, there's tafsir programs, there's many other programs. You should go on YouTube channel Raham TV by the name Raham TV. So Jazakallah. Alhamdulillah.